It doesn't matter if you want to have a big business or a small business or just a side hustle, you still need to make it legal on paper. You need to set it up like a business. Now, how much income you make, how much revenue you make in that business, how far you want to take that business, that's all up to you. But you're missing out on opportunities because there's no financial records, there's no legal records, there's no EIN, there's nothing, because all you're doing is bringing in cash. Hey bosses and bossettes, what is up? It is the Bossette Kristen Bird here, and today we are talking about how to stop missing business opportunities as a small business or a new business. And I really wanted to come and drop this as a video topic for Bossette Monday, because I have seen, as a business coach, I have seen so many people miss out on opportunities, and myself, my husband and I, we missed out on a lot of opportunities in the beginning because of these 3 reasons. So we're going to go ahead and talk about those 3 reasons that are causing you to miss business opportunities right now, so that you won't learn by trial and error in this area, because somebody already has learned. So let's just jump right into it, okay? I'm sure we've all kind of heard those statistics ourselves, where 50% of businesses fail within the first 5 years. And the reason for that is because they're just missing that, a lot of opportunities. It comes down to these 3 things, okay? For one, they just haven't started. They have not started their business. And that kind of breaks down into 2 different scenarios or sections. So either someone usually is focusing on getting their LLC set up, getting their business bank account set up, getting all these different things set up, and going to trademark their business, and while all of those things are important and you definitely need to do those things, you want to make sure that you are actually not just staying in that spot. And you don't actually have to do all of those things first to start a business. You need to do that simultaneously and make sure that it is done very early on in your business, but it shouldn't hold you up. And then on the other side, people may be starting their business and actually working in their business, and what ends up happening is they only focus on the work that they're doing for their clients or their customers, and they never focus on starting the legality or the legal part of the business that's keeping their business safe. And so they don't technically have a business, or they don't technically have paperwork or financial records to show that they're actually in business, because they're just side hustling. And even if you are saying, listen, I don't want to be the next Elon Musk, but I do, want to make some additional income. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you want to have a big business or a small business or just a side hustle. You still need to make it legal on paper. You need to set it up like a business. Now, how much income you make, how much revenue you make in that business, how far you want to take that business, that's all up to you. But you're missing out on opportunities because there's no financial records, there's no legal records, there's no EIN, there's nothing, because all you're doing is bringing in cash. Thank God that the way that our business model was set up was my husband was actually doing the work in the business by helping our clients and services, and I was actually the one to do the work on the business. So while we were that partnership, he was bringing in the income, and because I had everything on paper that needed to be on paper, and I was tracking and all these different things, we were able to show during the pandemic that we had been a legitimate business since 2017. And because of that, we had got a lot of that money that other businesses did not get, which really helped propel us to where we are today. So had we not started, even the opportunities that we have today, we wouldn't be able to have. So the opportunity that you may be missing may not just be the client that you can't get today, but it's also the opportunities that you should be getting in the next 12 months or the next 2 years. But you can't get them if you don't start today. And I love the quote, you don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great. So just start, and you don't have to have everything figured out at the beginning, but don't get stuck in that starting position that you've been in. So that is the number one reason why most businesses are missing opportunities. They're just not starting. Number two reason why most businesses are missing opportunities is because they fail to stabilize their business. What do you mean? Well, most businesses stay in that start position where they are bringing in money, right? And they're like, I like this. I like where I am. But what ends up happening is they're not actually able to take that next step up because they feel like their business is all over the place. They have all these things in their mind.
They have boxes of receipts, or
they're not even keeping receipts or tracking, and they don't put a process to it. And I heard it said once before that when we become entrepreneurs, we automatically forget what we did as an employee, how organized we were as an employee, how we were making sure that we had things in, particular orders so that we could be able to do our job, right? And so we forget to do those things in our own business. And so you never get to the point of stabilizing because you're just like, oh, well, I'm making money, so I'm okay, And that's great, but because you're not stable, you may not be able to take on a larger opportunity. The opportunity that we have today, we're working with government contracts now, that opportunity came because we were stable enough in our business to where we were able to say, hey, no, this is our track record. This is what we're doing. We know how to bring in contractors and subcontractors. We know how to actually get the work done, and we have proof of that. We had capital, working capital, that allowed us to stabilize our business and actually be able to take on a larger opportunity. No, we didn't have a lot of money or cash flow in our account, but we did have working capital, or we had the ability to get working capital for specific projects. And by stabilizing our business and having that working capital available for us, we were able to take on a larger opportunity that has now, it's like propelling us into a position that we've never seen in our business before. And we're so excited about what God is doing. One of the things that really helped us get there was having that knowledge of what we needed to do to stabilize the business and actually do it. And because knowledge is empowered to actually put that knowledge into work. And a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. The Lord is giving me stuff today. I'm preaching, okay? So if he is like, I want to have a business, I want to be wealthy, yeah, he might be putting in the work, but if he hasn't changed his mindset, or she, okay, because we were talking about Bossettes too, but if she has not changed her mindset, she's doing the same, she still has the same old habits. And if she has the same old habits, she's not becoming stable because she's using her old mindset and trying to put it on new works. And here we go again. How can God do a new thing if he's pouring into an old wineskin? I don't know the exact scripture for that, exactly how it goes. But you can't take an old mindset and put it on new works. So because of that, most people end up being unstable. Being able to really stabilize our business, it put us in position to be ready for that opportunity when it came our way. And many businesses want big opportunity, many small business, many side hustlers, they want big opportunities. But if a big opportunity came your way right now, would you be able to take it? Do you have enough time on your hands to actually fulfill that those client deliverables? Do you have enough working capital to get the cost, or to pay for the cost of goods or services, or to hire the employees? Do you have the strategy that you need to be able to hire and do those different things, and that project management? Do you know those skills? Learning all of these new skills to actually implement in your business, that's what's going to help stabilize your business. And so as I'm like just seeing other entrepreneurs like working on their business or wanting to work on their business, they have many opportunities that could come their way, but they're just not stable enough. The third reason why most businesses are missing out on opportunities is because they fail to scale. And this even happened to me. The reason is because I got really complacent. We got pregnant. We moved into our first dream house, and then we ended up getting this contract with the government, and we're like, oh, this is good, you know? I was like, okay, I can go shopping, I can get caught up on some things, I can do this, I can do that. And I'm like, I could just be a housewife, okay? All these things, but I was even getting complacent in that, y'all. And so when my husband came to me, he had to sit me down and have a conversation. He was like, what's going on? Like, you haven't did any Bossette stuff. I mean, I see you working here and there, but you haven't been on it like you normally are. You've been working in the construction business, but you have not really gone after what I know to be your passion. And so I'm like, I don't know. I had to really think about it. And what it was for me is that I fell victim to what they say happens to people when they have a good life. The biggest enemy to a great life is a good life. And the reason is because when you start having that good life, you're like, okay, I'm comfortable. I'm doing things that I've never been able to do before. I'm doing things that make me happy. I don't have the stress of not being able to pay for things. I'm no longer in struggle mode, right? Like, I'm stable, you know, I'm cool. And when you come from, like, we were growing up, we were not stable a lot of the time. So we were like literally in struggle mode. And even in our marriage, in our business, the first 3 years of our business, we were specifically just in struggle mode. Then it became feast and famine mode, right? And it was like, okay, we would get a lot of money, but then we would always be broke in the next couple of weeks. So it was still like struggle mode because we got to figure out where that next check is coming from. And now we're in the position where it's like, okay, I know where the money is coming from. It may not come like every single day, but I know where the money is coming from. I know how much we're going to have. I know this, I know that. I know how our bills are going to be paid. And I was like, okay, I can take a break. I can rest. And there's nothing wrong with taking a break, but I was breaking. Like, I was not trying for real. Yeah, I don't think that I really cared about scaling at that point because I'm like, we're good. But then I had to really remember what the original vision was, what the original reason. I'm just not motivated. I'm just not motivated anymore. And my husband says something so good. He said, listen, if your motivation is not your family, if your motivation is not your children, and if your motivation isn't to do the will of God for your life, there is nothing that is going to go out there and motivate you. So things can inspire you, but your motivation, your true motivation, has to come from within. And I remembered, man, the money we're making right now is great, but this isn't generational wealth money. This isn't, I could buy Louis bags and materialistic things for myself if I wanted to, but I can't leave an inheritance for my children yet. And the Bible says that a wise man or woman or Bossette, a wise man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. We're not at that point yet. So we have decided to go ahead and focus on scaling our business now. The crazy thing is like, I'm thinking, how many opportunities have we already missed out on because we were just comfortable? And you hear a lot of times people say, oh, I just want to live comfortably. That's fine, right? But me, myself, truly, I want to be comfortable, but I also want to be able to make sure that my generation after me and their generation doesn't have to struggle to live. Now, don't get me wrong, they're going to learn how to work hard. They're going to have morals and values, and they're going to know what it means to work hard. I don't want them to worry about what they're going to eat. God said that the birds of the fields they're fed. So why should we worry about what we're going to eat? And why should our children? The main mission of Bossette Consulting is to show people how to access their God-given power over wealth. God has given us all power to obtain wealth. And just like he's giving us power to lay hands on the sick, and just like he's given us power to cast out demons and devils, he's given us power to obtain wealth. And so I had to remember, I can't just be comfortable, because leaving generational wealth behind, leaving an inheritance behind for my children's children, that's going to require more than just being comfortable. So the opportunities that I'm looking at now, we're not ready for. We're definitely not ready for. Things that we want to do now, like, we're getting ready for that, and we have help getting ready to scale. So I'm not going to talk about what to do to scale. I'll come back and tell you things that I'm doing in our business to scale. But for now, we're working on scaling, because that's the next step, and we don't want to miss any more opportunities that's going to create that generational wealth. So a lot of times we're missing out on opportunities because we have not started. We have not taken that God-given idea and actually started it with excellence, and actually put it out there in the earth, and making sure that it's following the laws and tracking everything. And then secondly is we're not being stable. We're not getting stable. We're not using our money for the right things. We're not putting our money back into our business. We're spending it all just like we did when we were W-2 employees and broke all the time, living paycheck to paycheck. We're stuck in that phase that we were when we were working at a dead-end job, or just not being able to make money, or not being able to keep money. So we end up being unstable. And then the third reason is not scaling, not actually taking it all the way. If you are somebody who is saying, listen, I'm tired of missing out on opportunities for my business, go ahead and start, but don't get stuck there. Start, and then have somebody help you to stabilize, or figure out what you need to do to stabilize your business. And then once you get stable, then you can scale. Okay, so that will do it for today's Bossette Monday video. If you like this type of content, please make sure to subscribe. Make sure to hit that like button and hit that bell notification so you can get notified, because it makes no sense to subscribe if you are not getting notified when a new video is coming out. And if you want more information about how we can help you live the Bossette life, go to Bossetteconsulting.com, where we help female entrepreneurs access their God-given power over wealth and stabilize their business by structuring their financial pillars and implementing financial strategies that allow them to take on more opportunities, make their money work for them without risking it in the stock market, all while lowering their tax liability so that they can make their corporate escape and live the Bossette life. So we would love to be able to help you out if you're looking for assistance on that journey to living the Bossette life. So with that being said, I am so happy that we got through this Bossette Monday together. If you're looking for more Bossette Life content, and you feel like maybe I am still using my old mindset and I need to renew that mindset when it comes to wealth, check out this video, What is Wealth? Where we talk about like what wealth is and what it means to actually be wealthy. And so make sure you hit that video after this video. And with that being said, boss and bossette, make sure that you find a way to boss up today. Bye.